Oh, sweet. Hey, we live. Are you hearing me? It's my mic. Okay, my voice is clear. I should stop acting like I'm acting. Mm. Acting like I do not know what is going on. Everything is set. Hopefully you hear me. Hear me pretty well. Close. Um, yeah, so now that I'm live, let's check this out. uh nah, see the thing with this, hell no. I'm not watching that. Okay. I feel like I could watch this one.
Register for free. Choose from over 200,000
Man,
vehicles
it's one
online.
of my
Get your
first
car straight
internet.
from the USA and Canada.
So my internet is behaving like
Category,
this
the whole fresh out
because
of
I
high
am
Oh
school
wow.
age play. They love it, and I
producing a
want to
video
profit off of it.
while
But it does get
I'm trying to use my laptop to do
Bro,
this. So
why did you say that? What?
I'm sorry when the internet turns out terrible. It is because I am trying to produce a video out of Premiere Pro, a reaction video I did, and y- you guys can go to my channel and subscribe and wait for it. But it is obviously taking its sweet time. So I figured I should come live on here. And so here we are. I hope I can provide you some values actually. So forgive me in my internet.
iPhone
I
or
am
iPad is
really
disabled,
screening
frozen or keeps crashing.
my
Not a
laptop
big
right
deal.
now.
Try 10 or share Reibu now. After download Reibu.
Sex is sacred.
They can't possibly
Three,
think that.
two,
Yeah, they can.
one, go.
Oh, this is. Oh,
I believe
okay.
everybody has the opportunity to choose what kind of sex they will have, how they want to have sex, when they want to have sex, why they want to have sex. But then there's times I just want to be a dirty pig and just go out and do whatever I want, and that's not sacred. I do think it can be, and I also think it cannot be. The connection, I think, is very important. So it can be, if you're connected to that person that way, it could be very sacred. Or else you can just have sex without any emotions.
What's this? What's the split screen? Is that like something that happened in the past? I'm missing out.
This is a 3 years later.
Oh,
These are the same people. They're
see
trying to
where
figure out if they change their mind 3 years later.
Oh, wait, they were prawn stars the whole time?
Being a prawn star for 3 years, that's a lot of miles.
No, no cap.
That's a lot of miles,
Like,
dog.
yeah,
That's a lot of dick miles.
Yeah, you need to get a maintenance check done.
Yeah, facts.
like a ring light and a camera.
I don't know, man. Listen, comment in the session. Do you think you could possibly ever be a prawn star? I don't know, man. On the list of things I could possibly do when worst comes to worst, I don't think any of that is on the list. But I don't think I want to react to this either. I want to react to some of my favorite YouTubers like Playback or Abba and Preach, but I want to react uh to something that is actually nice. You know what I mean? Yeah. So nah, come on now. Yes. Ooh. Wow. Okay, this one seems interesting. She cheated on her boyfriend, and her friends are telling her that it is okay. So that one is interesting to me, at least. So
Welcome back, playing back. We here with another banger. What makes a good man a good man.
My internet is not good for what I'm doing right now, man. Should turn off this light. I'm not using it anyways. Come on, play, man. Yo, but why? Okay, so I think I'm going to have to end this stream. Nothing is playing, I cannot stream, so it's getting under my skin. Oh, so play. Come on. What are you doing? Oof.
Welcome back, playing back. We here with another banger. What makes a good man a good man?
Define it. What's a good man?
Okay, there you go.
Sis, if you don't know what a good man is,
I don't want a good man, but people have different definitions.
I believe what makes a good man is, a man being a provider, a professor, and a protector. And when I say profess, meaning that he, does.
So basically, you were asked a question that you do not want to answer, and then you finally decide to answer. You gave a bunch of generic response. You put together a bunch of generic words, and now you feel smart. Okay.
Does everything he's supposed to do to show you that he loves you. Okay. So how did you mess up?
And by that she means money.
Yes.
She could have just said that, but she wanted to finagle her way around it.
So it was like,
An upgrade.
yeah, it was. It genuinely was. And we got into it and it was very
This is
fast. Like
pissing me off.
right in the beginning, he was like, I'm all in, I'm here. And it was like days into it. So there was no time to
Love bombing. That's
yes,
what
it
it
was.
sounds
It was
like.
like, I'm here, this is what I want to do. I'm also not the type of girl, I don't want to know how much you make. You say you make money and you pay your bills and that's fine. That's all I need to know, right?
That's fair.
That's
Sure.
me. But he said
Okay.
to me, he was like, I'm not gonna lie, I do really well for myself. So I was like, okay, good for you. Done. That one time he came over my house for a work trip. He was going to Vegas and he took all his stuff out of his bags to unpack, and then there was a wad of cash for gambling. He was like, I'm gonna go gamble when I'm in Vegas. And I was like, how do you just have all that?
What? The video won't play, but you're bringing me ads?
Hey.
YouTube, be
Let's be clear about what she's saying as well. There's not one thing that she said that this man is a good man
At
outside
all.
of money.
At all.
He makes good money.
And I know because he humbly dropped a wad of cash out his bag.
Yeah. So he makes really, really good money. So now I know he's a really, really good man. I'm like, God, they say nothing about no presents, not professing, not a thing.
No.
She just professed a bundle of cash out of him.
How do you feel? Do you think you could date a girl who is super crazy about just money? You show her money and then all of a sudden you are very interesting in. I mean, technically, I am 100% a broke guy, but yeah, man, tell me, what is dating like for you?
Duffel bag.
Also, I don't know nobody with money who says things like, I do really well for myself, unless you asked. That doesn't just come up in conversation, nor does a wad of cash.
I wanted to push it to the next level, and he was giving me none of that. He didn't want to talk about my emotional issues. He pushed it on. He said, "Oh, you have a therapist for that. Like, talk to her about that."
All right, so
You
so
sound like a good man.
I'm about to say that's not a good man then.
Stop. I'm gonna stop you right there. Sometimes people.
Well, yeah, he's definitely not a good human being in general, but I'm guessing that's the best she ever had, you know, because the other ones who were caring, she didn't get to date them. I'm assuming because they were not throwing money on the floor like, oh hey, you know, I'm going to gamble with this in Vegas. But yeah, man, this is very interesting.
Present me with a problem that I'm not like. I might be able to list. Let's say you talk to me about like your breakup. I don't know shit about breakups, right? So there's nothing I could tell you. I don't even know what the right thing to say is. So I could be there to listen, but beyond that, I'm no use to the conversation.
But he was saying, she made it seem like he was like, yo, don't tell me a thing about your day.
Nah, what do you think the odds is that happened?
I don't know.
No, it doesn't happen.
He can at least listen though. Maybe because it doesn't sound like this is a very long relationship. He wasn't really ready to commit like that. 'Cause that's what it sounded like. You try to push moving in. He's like, chill out for a second. I'm having fun.
Maybe you're missing
you clearly
signs.
Yeah, you missing a lot of signs. You clearly see this is a man that is willing to throw a lot of money away at gambling. So his commitment issues to anything consistent, it's out the window. He don't care.
I don't know. I think it was like, I don't know. So this is the thing. I didn't think he was a good man because he had money. But I think that's important to say in terms of like what people think a good man is. I don't know. Because some people...
So wait, from the entire good man category, your contribution to the entire conversation was that he dropped money on the floor just to let you know that he's going to gamble with it in Vegas? Wow. Well, I guess he is awesome. I should try and get myself some of that bag, you know.
I definitely did. I ended up cheating on him because...
Oh my, I'm fucking sick.
No. No. Yo, that's crazy.
Sick, Marcel. I'm sick right now. Not only did she only talk about this guy's money as why he's a good man, but you cheated on him? The same person they... Oh my god! Yeah. And then I like how they wrapped it up by saying, so you fumbled the bag.
Yeah.
As if like that was his value, is just straight bag. That's all we talked about was the bag. So it's like, y'all's priority so far is really fucked up. I'm hoping the bad one, she could kind of turn this podcast around.
Women don't cheat. The fuck you talking about?
I'm just gonna be 100% honest. He knows. We all know.
That's your contribution. Like, that's what you decided to contribute to this conversation. She just told you that she cheated on her boyfriend, who was a very good man, because he dropped so much money on the floor to go and gamble with it in Vegas. And your contribution is that women don't cheat. That's a very interesting concept.
My therapist knows. We're getting through it. I think at the end of the day, I was pushed.
I think I've been.
But yeah, I think that I think that you
okay.
fumbled the bag. You didn't fumble a good man.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like, if anything, he fumbled a good woman.
Thank you.
Because if
Well, since he was a bad man and you ended up cheating, tell me something. Why didn't you talk about the guy that you cheated on? I mean, that you cheated with, because apparently that should be the good man, right? This one is bad, hence you are going to cheat. So then the person that you are going to be cheating on should end up being the good one. Anyways.
Marcel, I was wrong, dog. She was so...
They were so close.
She had me in the first half, Marcel.
Oh my god.
Now, how in the fuck, Marcel, explain to me how the person that cheated was the good woman. How is this not an example of how you're not being real with your friends is not a good thing for him? Hey, I hope she didn't leave here thinking she was a good woman, yo. You cheated.
Look at her smile. She's like, you know what? Look at her. She's like, you know what? You're right.
Because I previously used to think that I was led to cheat, but now you're telling me I'm a good woman and I was the good one.
And the fact that they can't even see the opportunity of him being a good man, they're like, no, he's not a good man.
There's no way.
He's not a good man because he didn't want to hear you talk about your complaints and
cheat
stuff
on
like
him.
that.
Yes.
He didn't want to hear that. So now all of a sudden, he's disqualified from being a good man, but he is a bag though.
But
So you
on
fumble
top
with
of
the bag.
that, though,
But if you decide to cheat on him,
you're a good woman.
You're still a good woman.
Of course you are.
Let's
There's no way for you to not be a good. You could murder me right now. Still a good woman.
And she was forced to murder you.
Yep.
Because you didn't hear her complaint.
Yes.
That's what my therapist says.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what? What was that? I
A
didn't
bag
hear.
though.
But
So
on
you
top
I
of
want to
that,
hear what
though,
that was.
But if you decide to cheat on him,
you're a good woman.
you're still a good woman.
Of course you are.
Let's
There's no way for you to not be a good. You could murder me right now. Still a good woman.
And she was forced to murder you.
Yep.
Because you didn't hear her complaint.
Yes.
That's what my therapist says.
Stop the tape! Stop the tape! Your therapist needs to lose his license. In what scenario is the person that cheated a good person? You took the trust, his trust, and you
I think
betrayed.
these people are high. I think these people are really high. Talking about that's what my therapist said. But then again, when you think of it, this is what therapy has turned into, right? Uh, in modern day, therapy is about, you know, them telling you what you want to hear. So you want to hear that you are the good person. At the end of the day, I mean, today to hear a therapist say that you are wrong, I guess that would be a treasure. But then again, you know.
Who was your therapist, Steve Harvey?
Marcel,
Like, that's the biggest pandering therapist I've ever seen in my life.
Clear, like, good example of love bombing. Love bombing is when a person, like, yes, I want to be all in, I want this and this and that. And once they get you to a place where they want to get you,
Yes.
what she did, where now she's emotionally invested, that's when they pull back.
Yes.
And they start the manipulation.
She doesn't even know you that well. You
And YouTube has to stop doing this.
said they
The manipulation? Watching herself. There's no way that she said that, and that's the result. That I don't even know how. I'm so serious. I don't know how the fuck we got here. I legit don't know.
You know what probably happened? Is he realized you weren't the person you said you were. Because that happens in dating, where the first couple dates you get the impression that they're this person. This is the person you painted yourself to be. And as getting to know you, you lose excitement for the person because the potential of what they could be didn't match who they painted they were. He lost interest. That's not manipulation.
The topic of conversation you all had at the table now is not even in discussion anymore. Y'all are now about to sit there and tell me how people, or men in particular, who love maybe a little too hard or too fast, are manipulate people to the point where it forces them to cheat.
Unless that love was like fake, like he was trying to get something out of you. Unless that was the case, there's no manipulation going on, but she didn't give the indication that happened.
I mean, I'll do it all.
Well, we should all admit that she just testified that he was a good man because of the money he provided. I mean, I do not think you can beat that. I don't know about you guys, but if you have been in like a situation, a relationship where the girl just give me a moment. I'm coming. I will get back to you
All
soon.
the time. They come and go. It's not whatever. I don't care when I fumble a good man. Like,
You don't
really?
care.
I don't, because they
So
come
what,
and go.
what makes them a good man, and how did you
I
fumble
mean,
them?
Okay.
Just,
You mean a nice guy? Because
A
nice
good-
guys are different
good
from
man
good
for
Yeah,
men.
me.
because we
Yeah.
all know the nice guy finishes
I feel
last.
like a good
You
man
ain't
is
gotta
somebody
talk about
that's
that.
mentally stable, financially stable, emotionally there for you. And it's kind of like sometimes they want to be too much in control. I'm not a wee man. I fucked up the bag because I'm not a wee man. I wasn't that woman and I messed up the bag. And I mean, a man, a good man.
We're getting confused.
A guy before my husband.
Ain't that a problem right there, Marcel?
So
that
you're
they're getting
telling-
good. They keep using the words "good men" and the bag synonymously.
Which is
Yep.
very scary. How can you sit there and say, I've acknowledged that I've been with good men, multiple men, and the reason why they were good to me, but the reason why it didn't work is because I wasn't willing to meet his expectations, such as just not be out.
I also like, I find it interesting how they like just accepted the cliche that nice guys finish last. They're almost like tolerating the idea that what they
This is why people got to stop wasting their time. I mean, do not get me wrong. I am not of the belief that every girl out there is that, but a lot of the girls you are going to date, especially even here in Ghana, it's morning, bro. You know, it's morning, and they will toss it to the curve quicker than you can say Jack. Okay, and personally, of late, I think I just want to focus everything on me. I'm intending to just go all in, do this YouTube stuff, figure out how getting success online works legally. Uh, but that is the most of it. But all of the girls and stuff, I think that is not even going to come second. I think that is coming in last for me right now at the moment. And girls always do this. Girls always do this. So truly they know what they want in words and in logic, but they never settle down for it. So that's why it always sounds like they are contradicting themselves. Honestly, I do not care because I feel like for where I am and the people that I hang out with, I do well with I do well on the dating market. That is when I decide to put myself on the dating market. At the moment, I'm not really on the dating market, but yeah. So I do not share these concerns that uh, uh, girls like money or girls are not true lovers and do not commit to them. I just don't care in general. Okay, so.
chase is not a nice guy, which in essence would be, I guess, a bad guy, a rude guy, someone that's at least slightly disrespectful. Would that not disqualify him as a good man, or is it okay to not be all the way nice? Like that distinction was interesting.
And then also acknowledge that there's such things as a difference between a nice guy and a good man, and still disown the nice guy, even in the process.
Yeah.
I fumbled him. And now that I look at him, he's an engineer, he's doing well, he's married and he's doing well. But he was good. What I considered good. He came from a good family background.
Look at her face.
Married and he's doing well. But he was good. What I considered.
Look at her face. Yo. Yo. This is crazy. Look at her face, man. Well, at least at the end of the day, we can all agree that most of it is just focused on being pretty and saying the bare minimum. Or even if they decide to talk, you gotta go with the cliche. I don't know where they get these girls from, man. It always sounds like all of them talk the same, man, and sound the same. I really do not understand.
Good. He came from a good family background. It was very impressive for me because I come from a big family where our value is marriage and keeping the family together. And he was that. And he proposed to me. And I took the ring because it was cute, but I wasn't mentally where he was. He wanted a family. He wanted to settle down. Where I was like, I want to party. I didn't care about all of that. When I compare.
And that is okay. That is completely okay. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is completely okay to not know what you want to be doing at a particular time. It is completely okay to go out, explore, experiment, meet people, do the bad stuff, get to know that this is bad, this is why it's bad, this is why you do not want to try it again. Okay, this one is bad, but I still enjoy it and I'm still going on. I'm still going, I will still carry on doing it. Like, that's your choice. My only problem has to do with when you come back and you expect the entire world to say that it's not your fault, then that's where you lose me because you chose to be there. You chose to be in that position. That is what you chose. So that's what I'm saying, you know? Yeah.
Every man I've ever been with to now, and I haven't been with a lot. Let's clarify that. He's the top of the list of how. how I should have been treated.
How old?
Thank you.
I was 19.
Oh, girl, but
Well,
there
y'all
has to
wanna-
be a balance.
I'm gonna
you know
say
what I
this to
mean?
y'all because you guys don't get it. From
What's
19,
balance? What balance? It's not forced. She didn't know what she wanted to do at 19. A lot of people actually know what they want to do at 19 and they have perfect relationships going on. And some people who didn't know what they want to do at 19, they just held off a relationship. And then eventually, when they became 20, 22, 21, they ended up with someone really well and everything is going well for them. Just because you cannot. What do you mean there has to be a balance? You go out and start banging everyone? I do not know, man, but hey.
to your 30, that fumbling is right in that area. I'm letting y'all know right now. That fumbling.
She
after the
hey, and she dropping dimes.
Man, I had a feeling she was gonna know what she was
She
talking about.
dropping dimes, and she sitting there saying, "Oh no, you too young. Too young for what? If that's maybe too young for marriage, but if that is the end goal, then what does it? I don't understand.
dating,
Like,
I guess.
what does it matter?
I think it's because people in the world make you feel like you missed out if you didn't like hold around for at least a certain amount of time.
But what-
Party, just go home, just fuck whoever, just for at least a period of time. They make you feel like that's an experience that you have to have in your life, or you just missed out.
No,
But
that's
everyone
not an
knows
experience you need to
that
have.
isn't the end
Not
goal
really.
of whatever you want.
Yeah, but it's so easy to be pressured.
Trust me, I've been out there. I've done a lot sexually, and I can tell you that a lot of this stuff is overrated. A lot of it is overrated. You don't need as many experiences as you think you do. Okay? You truly don't. So all of that is cliche. And the other thing is the conversation is about having a good man. The concept of a good man, logically it will be you get someone who eventually ends up marrying you. But so far the conversation, what it seems like is you meet someone who take care of you for a period of time, like spend on you and stuff like that, and then you get to cheat on them for someone who you think is better, and then you move on again. I guess that's it. But at the end of the day, so far she's right, you know.
Into doing that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad she stopped them and she was like, no.
Yo,
Is artificial intelligence going to put marketers out of business? The answer is absolutely it will. Unless you're prepared.
where's this skip
It's
at?
smarter.
There you go. Let me
He
guess.
stopped them and she was like, no, because they were
help
about
me
to be like,
prepare
you're
to have a
only
course?
19. But if she's saying that was the best man in her time of dating, and I don't know how old she is now, then like, why are they cutting her off to make her feel better? She's saying, I already came to terms with what went on. Exactly. And she's in pursuit of trying to find a man like that again.
And then she's sitting
because what she's saying is she made a mistake at 19 because she left a good man for fun, and because it is what the rest of them, because that is the same experience as the rest of them, and neither of them they want to come to terms and admit it, so they have to tell her, oh hey, you know what, you are like the rest of us, okay, there's nothing bad with what you did, so we move on. That's it. Okay, that's it. Because if they end up agreeing with her, that means that they have to come to terms with it with themselves. So that's where they are.
explain them like, yeah, normally around this time where y'all think that y'all living y'all best lives between 19 and 30, that's when a lot of good men like this, the other lady sat there and said, is going to come into your life and you're going to disregard them because you think you're not ready.
Well, do anyone really know what is a good man? He got the bag. Let's take that out the picture.
Yeah.
And just say, what is a good man?
No,
What
I feel
really
like-
is a good man?
I don't know. Me as a woman, I feel like a good man
Oh, she
for me is
she
is
talks.
a man that serves his woman. You know what I mean? And
She is
for me,
finally
it's just
speaking.
like I'm gonna serve you too, obviously, because that's my job. But it's like I feel like. Like the person I'm talking about would like take my shoes off, ask me, you good? Like, are you okay? Like, hand me, I waited for, like, put me on a pedestal and treated me like very, very well.
I am never putting you on a pedestal. You can forget about that. You can honestly forget about that. That will not be happening. It is not currently happening. And I don't think I will ever allow that to happen. Not again, anyways. The concept of a pedestal is to assume that you and the person are not on the same level. Okay. This Jada Smith and Chris Rock and Will Smith stuff is It's all over the place, man. I'm getting tired. Anyways, ladies, stop that. Stop expecting that. We all know that's not what you want. If a guy comes in and he starts putting you on a pedestal, you're just going to call him stupid and move on away and say that he's not good enough for you, or he's too nice, or he was too good for you and he weirded you out. And yeah, so just stop pretending and let's all move on from this.
Like, you know, and he wasn't like, he didn't feel less of a man. Like,
I feel like we're generalizing the definition of a.
Russell, I can't make it do this, bro. You can take your shoes off? Dude, that's such a weird definition. She didn't mention nothing about having integrity or loyalty. She said, put me on a pedestal.
Those words are foreign to her,
take
man.
my shoes off. The fucking
Those
Queen of
words are
England is on
foreign
this
to her.
fucking podcast, apparently.
And let's be clear, she's talking about I'll serve him too. Let's just be honest with ourselves.
What do I mean?
If a man came in the door and said, take my shoes off, come on, dog. There's no way none of y'all would say, oh, yes.
Why
yes,
would
don't
I
worry
even
about
be
it. Start
taking off
to-
your
no,
shoe,
there's no
you
way
know?
you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. You're just not gonna
Yes,
do that.
King. Give me
Yes,
your
King. Give me your, come on. give me your shoes.
Where do you want me to place them, King?
Yeah, like, come on, you're not doing that. You're not taking off a man's shoes. If a man came in the door with muddy shoes until you take them off, you would immediately think that would be a massive problem.
Yeah, you would be on an Instagram story
coming?
crying about it by the
exactly.
end of the night.
It would be viral about what he just asked you to do, even though you claim that's what you want him to do.
Oh man.
So let's go ahead and let's cut that out.
A good man, I feel like a good man is very subjective. We all each have our definition of what a good man is. A good man checks all your boxes, what you feel like a good man is. And sometimes we fumble good men, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we haven't even come in contact with them.
It definitely
Okay.
depends on your definition.
Well, I'm
of a
definitely
good
bored
man.
here.
Like I said, I ain't never fumbled a good man, but thank you for
That's,
joining us.
the question was, what is a good man to you? Don't answer it with, it's different for everybody. We know it is. So what's your definition?
Your definition.
I just want your definition. That's literally the whole point of this video. And so we know your definition. And you guys just sat around saying everyone's is different. That's like if I was Dora the Explorer and I was trying to get to the window.
This one is definitely.
Did you
going to be
know that
interesting.
10 weeks from conception, a baby in the womb already has a heartbeat, arms and legs, fingers and toes, all of their bodily organs, eyes?
I know it's plausible.
What is more important, the perception of how we see a thing or what that thing really is? And I'm going to give you an example.
What the thing really is.
What's more important, the fact that Martin Luther King is the man that we see that fought for freedom, or the fact that he was cheating on his wife?
Jesus.
Which one is the perception and which one is the reality? Wow. You ask a question and then you stretched that far to give an example. Wait, that's the best example you could come up with? Okay, you know what? Which one is more important, delusion or reality? Okay, here's an example. Martin Luther King, the greatest man of all time. Which one is more important? Sorry, he's not the greatest man of all time, but one of the greatest black men of all time, fought for civil rights. You know, basically when you talk about black people freedom, he's the most popular name that comes up. So which one is more important, huh? The fact that he is extremely prominent, or the fact that he cheated on his wife? Just humor me for a bit. Distinguish it. Which one is the delusion? Which one is the perception? Because it isn't a perception that he's great. He truly is great. Truly was, truly is. Well, he's dead now. May his soul rest in peace. He cheated on his wife. It was an allegation. The FBI never proved it. You know? So, well, it better be the other way around. But the way homegirl said Jesus, I'm assuming that she herself was shocked.
I think, ooh, no, move. He's a great father. He's a great father. He's a great businessman. He's a great CEO.
Oh, no.
He's an entrepreneur.
No. Come on. You disappoint me already. Come on now. Just okay.
He's such a boss. He's such a boss. He's a boss. Look at that man. He's a boss.
Look at him.
He's a great father. Look at him. That strong.
Okay, there's nothing
but
to
you're
say.
cheating on your wife. You're not a good husband. You're not a good communicator. You don't value her feelings. But he's great in all these other aspects. How are you a great leader, a great CEO, a great black man, a great father, a great leader in any aspect? You're not a great husband, a great communicator, a great.
You're a liar.
You're not great.
You're not.
What is the correlation? I'm confused. Okay, what is the correlation here? How? Tell me. What formula are you using to say that this man is working his butt off into the world, doing accomplishing all of these great things? My man got beaten and sent to prison and all of it. Let's just say he cheated on his wife. Let's just give you that point, which of course it wasn't proven that he did. Let's just pretend like he did. Tell me this. What does that got to do with it? Huh? MLK literally went to prison for you clowns. And so, okay, let us rewrite history books then. Okay? Let us just rewrite every history book. Remove all of the great men from in there, and all of the men who stayed at home and stayed committed to their wife, place them there as the great men. Okay? We move on.
You're not great.
You're a liar.
You're not great.
So that's my point.
You're not great.
So I posted this.
You're not great.
What is your point? What is your point? You haven't said a word to back up your point. You said perception and reality. You gave reality in. I feel stupid by watching this already.
God, you're not.
Are you great? Because we don't know if you're great.
Look at his face. Look at his face. Let me know. Let me know. Are you great? Well, this one is interesting.
At this point, we don't know.
That is triggering.
Yeah, for
well,
sure.
I'm a good dad. You're not a good dad because you don't respect me. How the fuck you showing these kids you a good father and you don't respect their mother? How are you a good father and you don't respect who brought them into this world?
Carried them.
You're not a great dad, my nigga.
If we take the example of Martin Luther King, okay, he's not great. He's cheating on his wife, and it's none of your business. That's between you and whatever. So
that has nothing to do with anything.
That's one thing. The second thing is stop putting motherfuckers on the pedestal. Whether it be superstars, whether it be pastors, whether it be all these motherfuckers are human. All of these motherfuckers are human. It's not so much, yeah, they did some fucking shit that was wrong. Right. We have a responsibility of putting them on a pedestal. They just human beings that decided to do something different, and then you like what they do. That's it.
If I'm a good person to you, I posted this on it's on my post, and I posted it on my stories before, but someone being a good person to you means they're a good person to you. Someone being a good person,
I feel like these people are high.
Means that they're a good person in general, and that's my point.
But you can't be a good person to everyone.
How is that even possible? There are like 7 billion people, nearly 9, probably 9 at the moment we are speaking. It's just, how am I even supposed to be good to everyone? You know what I mean? I'm person too, man. Come on. Cut me some slack. I understand people search for conversations and stuff, but whatever, man.
Everybody got 2 sides to it. There's 3 sides to a story. My side, your side, what happened. Okay? That's 3 sides. Now, you cannot be a good person to everybody because you're going to be entitled to your reason of you acting a certain way to some motherfuckers. I'm going to have a reason to think you're a bitch.
What is the consistency of your character? You cannot say that you are a good husband or you are a good wife, because let's make it gender neutral. This ain't about just, this is a humanity conversation.
We're just talking broadly.
And there were times where I had to stand in my truth and be like, I wasn't a good wife. Going back to Martin Luther King.
Are
This
you a
man ain't got
student who
anything to do
learns
with y'all,
from
man.
YouTube videos or attends online classes? Video Notebook will make your
Did we need to know that he was a cheater?
This man don't got anything to do with y'all, man. He really don't. This man lived his life, sacrificed for you. He is the reason you are sitting on that podcast. Just to be honest, just to be straightforward, and he died for you. You know, when you go to church and you pray to Jesus and thank him for dying for you, you should also remember Luther King. He literally died for you. And here you are comparing your messed up marriage to the guy who, I don't know, man.
Jesus. Would that have shifted the way we
looked at him?
It wouldn't. It wouldn't. You want to know how I know it wouldn't? Because you did know. If you did know, we won't even be discussing this. And it was just an allegation, by the way. But the fact that it came up and it did shake his reputation not one bit. Do you know how many kings, queens, and sultans and great men and warriors cheated on their families and we still know them? It wouldn't have done anything. You are bored. You are looking for conversations for a podcast. Like, that's the most I can say.
At him and received information from him.
I can't take these girls seriously. The irony
Yeah,
of this whole
man.
thing they're talking about, was he a good man? Was this black man a good man? And they're using the fact that he cheated against him is the exact same tactic that the FBI used to try to discredit Martin Luther King at that time. It says a lot that you use the exact same lingo that the feds used to try to discredit his message during the civil rights movement. You have, in a way, taken up the very role that the oppressive FBI used against Martin Luther King.
Congratulations.
You played
played
yourself.
yourself.
I mean, the mere fact that you can get on this podcast and have the ability to pontificate and all say all this stupid shit is very likely due to people like Martin Luther King who fought for your right to do so. If that doesn't make him great alone, I don't know what is. Because you wouldn't even be up here to say all this dumb shit about how potentially not great he is. He cheated. He cheated. He's such a bad person. How does the wife feel? She's fine with it. So then shut your fucking mouth. It's not your relationship. She's come out and said, I ain't got an issue with it. Our bond was special. No problems. It's not your place. Me listening to this stuff. You know, the way people talk about cheating, you would think it's fucking murder. Oh, you know, this man freed 1 billion slaves, stopped the aliens from taking over the world. He cheated on his wife. What
He's not
a
a great
fucking loser. What a fucking loser. Did he not consider her feelings while he was out there slaving all those little dark people? Huh?
Say that again.
Didn't he consider all her feelings?
No.
What a fucking loser.
That's what
What a fucking loser. She's hurting at home right now.
What about
in her titties? She's hurting.
What about her what?
Huh?
What about her what?
Her fucking feelings.
What feelings?
Fucking feelings. What a
Yeah, man. I feel like I should end this live by 3 o'clock. I'm tired. I will probably end it and then do some short form videos and move on to the next day, you know. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Well, enough of these girls who ain't talking anything, son. Okay. Which one of these I'm on? I'm gonna X this one out and get here. Um, Come on, I need to see what I got going on here. So my stream is still boring, clearly. Let me see some Jordan Peterson. Should I go Jordan Peterson? I don't know, man. You know, let me go on the PS Morgan show. This lady looks like an act. Oh, okay, okay. I think she looks familiar because I've seen her before. I've seen this before. Uh,
Do you need a website?
No.
Try Strikingly, the free
No.
website builder, where
I
no
said
code or design
no.
skills are needed.
Not a chance, buddy.
I think that we'll all agree that motherhood starts way beyond the biological event. And anyone, including men, can mother and play the role of a
men,
mother.
father,
Piers, would you...
women, mother. That's because...
Why would you even need men to mother? I'm from a single mother home. I never needed my mom to father. She was just a mother. Even if she brought the food home or she went to the school campus, even if she threw me a ball, she was a mother. It's that simple, you know. Why is it that everyone is trying to turn everything around? I don't want to be confused, man.
The titles are male and female titles.
Okay, with respect, would you look into the face of a man that has just lost his wife and is really struggling to play the role of the mother and the father and say that to him? So you're not a mother.
Yeah, of course. Why
That
not?
child-
Well, you might be more sensitive in those circumstances.
You still call him a
He's playing
father.
the role of the mother.
But that was me. I'd be a father. I wouldn't suddenly morph into a mother.
Again, with respect, to mother and to father are not gender specific.
They are gender specific.
No, they're not.
Why are we pretending
the
otherwise?
Skills
Of course
to
they're
mother
hear her
and to
argument.
father.
I really want to hear her argument for this. Her argument, I want to hear it. I want to know what's making her sound this ridiculous. To mother is not gender specific and to father is not gender specific. Okay, it's plausible. I can humor it for a bit. I want to know what she's talking about. YouTube is really messing with me, man. Well, my internet, not YouTube. I think YouTube is just fine. I want the studio to load so I know how I'm doing. No. Oh, it's 2 views. Okay. Not bad.
Can be
Are
acquired.
you a woman?
Well, yes, I am a woman. Are you a man?
So can I suddenly say, can I just literally say I'm a woman?
I am a woman, but I'm also capable of the skills it takes to father a child. Similarly, you are a man and you are capable of the skills to mother a child. I would hope. I'm not sure, though, because nurturing, caring, is that in your
I
capabilities?
brought up 4 kids
I would
very
hope
well,
so.
but they've always known who their dad is and who their mum is. What's wrong with that?
But the skill to mother is something that a man can also do.
Why is this
So the point is, Sonia, that you can do both of these jobs within the.
Why is this so important to you? Why is this even important to anyone? Listen, to all of you in the chat right now, if this is important to you, please let me know in the chat right now. Type that this is important to you. I don't know. Honestly, I do not care who's mothering and who's fathering. I'm the guy, I father, okay? Even if I change the baby's diapers, I'm still fathering. It's that simple, okay? But you guys tell me what you think.
The role of parent. Do we have to define mothers and fathers by their gender? Sadly, we do now.
Exactly. Why is it important? This is what I do not understand. Why is it important?
Asked me 2 years ago, I would have probably been on Amy's side, actually. But now we've experienced the whole messing around with words and the categories and certainly the taking of female titles. And you have to look at the origin of why that tweet came to be.
bored.
And that tweet came to be because everybody thinks that they can suddenly put on woman face and be a woman. And it was interesting, very sexist tweet, incidentally, because later on...
Y'all are bored. Y'all are really bored. See, in Africa, conversations like this will never fly. Okay, conversations like this will never fly in Africa because the people got things to think on, got things to do, you know. So arguing whether a woman can be a father or a man can be a mother. I don't think that will peak in here. The idea that some random person will tweet on Facebook and then boom, you are out there actively hosting an entire show to discuss this thing. Whatever, man.
On, they were advertising for a male writer, not somebody who identifies as male, but a male writer. So you can suddenly put on a dress and become a woman, but you can't do the same with a man. And men and fathers and mothers bring completely different skill sets
Well,
to
exactly,
parenting.
and both
But
genders
both
are capable
vital.
of both of those things.
Yeah.
If I
Here's the problem. A man can't, for example, breastfeed his kids, right?
This is irrelevant. The biology
well, it's
of
not.
that type
It's
of
not,
thing is
because he can
irrelevant.
pretend to be a mother all he likes, but he can't breastfeed his
A
children.
motherhood.
So it's like, you know, there are limitations to motherhood for men.
Motherhood isn't breastfeeding.
No, but hang on a moment.
It's
It
part
is
of it.
part-
For
It
some
can
mothers.
be.
Is it intrinsically part of it? Is
It
having a
can
womb
be.
motherhood? Would you say to a woman that can't breastfeed that they're not a mother?
Stop asking, would you say? We are discussing facts. We're not discussing what you will say or will not say based on empathy or sympathy. This is a conversation. Is breastfeeding a part of motherhood? Okay, sure. If you do not have breast, you can obviously substitute, like maybe giving the child bottle or something. But at the end of the day, is breastfeeding part of it? Stop asking what would you say. Stop relying on empathy or sympathy to build your argument just because you ain't got none or you're too lazy to think on some.
You saying that?
No, I'm just saying it's one of the many things that actually only a woman can do.
And it's really important we acknowledge it as well, because
But that's not mothering.
We only have to look
Huh?
at...
That's not mothering.
Mothers are women. I hate to break it to you. I know we're not allowed to say this anymore, but it's an insult to every damn mother in this
You're
country.
reducing
That suddenly
it.
blokes
You're
can come along and go,
reducing it.
I'm mummy. No, you're not.
You
You're
are.
not. You're daddy if you want to be daddy. You're not mummy.
If you look up in the dictionary to mother, the verb to mother.
First off, you will never find anywhere in any dictionary a word called to mother. It's mother. When you add to, it becomes something else. It becomes a phrase. You are not finding any phrases in the dictionary, okay? Especially if it's a word dictionary. You want to search for the word mother, you search for the word mother. You cannot go and search for the word to mother. That's not a word, that's like two different words.
Is something that a man to mother. The verb to mother is something that a man is capable of.
Capable of, Amy, but can I just point out,
Yes,
this
please.
is all about having a play.
Wait, PS is Googling that right now.
Capable
Hold
of.
on.
Capable of, Amy, but can I just
He's Googling it. I cannot take this guy seriously, man.
point out,
Yes,
this
please.
is all about having a play.
Okay, so I would like to take this time to say a big thank you to all you three viewers, three lovely people that are viewing me right now. You have no idea. It is it means so much to me that I'm not alone. Okay, I've been streaming for like 47 minutes and I've been here alone. So talking to myself alone. Now that I know that there are three other people on the line, you people just give me the energy I needed. Let's go. Thank you.
Essentially about
Yes.
motherhood.
Yes.
So at what point does everybody have a view on motherhood apart from mothers?
They're not gendered. A man can play the role of a mother and have the skills
Amy,
required to be a
she's
mother.
just shouldn't say that. Listen to yourself.
Okay, please.
Here's the thing, right?
Mother is
It
not
would be,
gendered.
It would be a very different play.
Okay, here's
The
a
skills
dictionary,
to be a
here's a
mother
dictionary
are not-
definition of
Oh, you
mother.
found
You're going to say
A
the
woman
noun.
in relation to
And
her
now
child
read, and now read the verb.
or children.
And now
A
read the verb.
female parent.
If
A
you do
mother
read
is
up
a
the verb
female
definition.
If you
parent.
read the verb definition, bring up a child with care and affection. However, it quotes, she didn't know how to mother my brother, he was very sensitive, right? She's mothered two foals if it's give birth to. It's all female.
Can I give an example?
Everything is
If
female.
I take you-
A mother is a
Here-
woman.
Sonia,
What is happening to this
Amy, hang on a
country?
second.
Yeah.
Sonia,
I'll tell
I
you.
think,
Don't do
Amy,
world's gone
hang on a
nuts.
moment. Yeah. Amy.
See, she's laughing. She's a troublemaker. That's all this is. Just make noise. That is all it is. You know, she ain't got anything to contribute logically to the conversation that will actually back up her point. And she has to stay up there until the session can finish defending her point. So that's where she's caught right now. She is stuck between a rock and a hard place. That's that's all I can say.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Sonia, I think a lot of people will agree that fathers can bring mothering skills to parenting.
they can bring nurturing.
But
They're fathers.
But if you are asking for a play about motherhood, derived from a woman's experience of mothering, then you may well want a mother to be involved
but
in
the thing
writing
is,
it.
let's be clear about this. This is beyond some idiot writing a job advert for a London theatre and trying to be PC. This is also infecting the British Medical Association. They had an internal memo where they wanted to rename expectant mothers as pregnant people. That's the world we're living in. We need to remember that babies come from women and fathers can be every bit as nurturing, but in a different way. Mothers and fathers have...
Thank you. Thank you. This entire conversation lasted on for way more than longer for way more than it should have, you know.
Have different skill sets, and absolutely, if it's a play about motherhood, it should absolutely be written by mothers
You're
who
saying
have the
mothers
knowledge
and
and
fathers
experience.
have different skill sets.
Yes.
But men and women are both capable of those skill sets. So why
still doesn't-
limit them? Piers, are you a man?
No one is limiting anything, okay? If a mother dies or a father dies, the other person who's alive automatically steps in as. But you are trying to police the dictionary and rewrite everything's meaning and tell us that, oh, hey, if a father is playing both, well, if a man happens to be the only parent in a child's life, he should not be he should be referred to as a mother, and whenever he's being spoken of, he should be spoken of in a sense that goes like, oh, he is a good mother to that child, which makes no sense because he's the father. It's that simple. He's the father. If he's playing the role of a mother, he's the father playing the role of a mother, or he's just a father in general. It's
Yes.
Right. You're a man.
I'm currently identifying as a man.
I
At the
don't
moment,
think this
that's
is a
not
trans
illegal,
issue. No, right,
but
so
it will be
if
soon.
I said during this
I think
debate,
it's a PC
if I
issue.
said
I'm
Piers,
afraid we
Piers
have to
was a
bring it
real
to a close there
father
because
figure
we
to
have-
me
yeah.
during that debate.
Huh?
Okay. If I said you were a father figure to me during this debate, or if I said you really mothered me through that
Do you have
debate.
kids?
Yes, I have a
How many?
4-year-old. A 4-year-old.
Does she think you're mummy or daddy?
He thinks I'm mummy and daddy.
We just
actually.
No,
need
he
to
doesn't.
expand.
How many times does he
We
call you
just
daddy?
need to
Your
expand.
How many times has your son
gender
called you daddy?
stereotyping.
Okay, how many
Okay.
times has
Well, here's a
Daddy.
brilliant example.
You just said he thinks
he
you're both.
buys me a
How many
Father's
times
Day
has he said, hi,
card.
Daddy?
He buys me a Father's Day card.
It doesn't make you a father. He's just ignorant. He's 4-year-old, and that's because you have conditioned him to buy your Father's Day card. I also used to buy my mom a Father's Day card back then, but the moment I grew up, she was just a mother, a very exceptional mother, yes, but she was never a father because she was never a father. This just because the father was absent and she was doing way more than she had to do just meant that she did an extraordinary good job for a mother. It doesn't mean that I now have to give her the title of a father. The father is not there. He's not there. It's done.
Called you daddy?
You are a mum and a dad
Has he
to
ever
me.
called you daddy?
Let us
It's not about labels.
Yes or no? Has he ever called you
If he
daddy?
called me Rose,
Did you just say it's not about labels? Did I just hear you right? Anyways, sorry, that's my fake British accent. It doesn't even sound British at all. But honestly though, you just had us go through this entire conversation talking about having to call men mothers, and now you're saying that it's not about labels because your kid has not called you daddy. It's come on dog.
robot man. It is.
Has he ever called you daddy?
It's all
That's
I want an
irrelevant.
answer. I
You're
want an
really-
answer.
Piers,
One
you
answer,
love
yes
to
or no?
reduce things.
Has your son ever called you
That's
daddy?
irrelevant. I play the role
Yes
of a
or no?
father to him.
Can you just give me a yes or no?
I was
Amy,
a single
Sonia, thank you
parent.
very much.
I was
I
a
have to
double
bring the
parent.
conversation
but
to an end.
mothers are women.
Your son
17
has
minutes
never
a
called you
mess.
daddy for a reason.
Fathering
You
and
know why?
mothering are very
Your
different.
mummy.
Okay, man, I'm ending this one now. So, I guess I'll catch you guys tomorrow or a later date. Okay. So, anyways.
Why do you think Piers is so offensive?
Well, I think the way that Piers talks about trans people, and specifically